Welcome back, Glam Fam. It is Angela Denise, and I am here with you today with my March Shop My Stash. These are the products that I'm going to be using throughout the month of March and doing reviews and in-depth tutorials with on my channel. Now, I do have quite a bit of old products in my Shop My Stash this month, but I do have a lot of new. Now, what I'm going to be doing on my channel this year is narrowing down my Shop My Stash, because sometimes I put too much in there that I never really get a chance to make a true dent in the makeup that I'm going to be focusing in on. Now, in this month's Shop My Stash, I am going to be focusing on 3 foundations, 2 of which are new, in addition to a variety of products that I already had in my collection that I want to go ahead and get good use out of. So I want to go ahead and thank you guys so much. I had a lot of success on my channel in both January and February with the Fenty video and then the Physicians Formula video that I made. Now, initially, the Physicians Formula video, I got a little bit of backlash because I didn't know Physicians Formula was canceled. But if you haven't had a chance to check out the video, I will go ahead and link the video down in the description bar so that you guys can go and check it out if you are interested. I want to go ahead and take this time out to give 2 lovely YouTubers a shout out. They have showed me so much love and openness and warmth over the last couple of weeks, and I just want to make sure that they both know that I adore and appreciate them. Number 1 being Tiff Jeff 069 on YouTube. I absolutely adore her. I love her personality. She's feisty and she's a real woman. She goes to work every day. She has her children and she loves beauty, and I kind of feel like we're sisters in a way. So Tiff, thank you so much for showing me so much love. And Tiff, keep doing what you are doing. I love the whole videos in the car type of thing as a means to continue putting out content for the people who enjoy watching you. Now, next is Andrea Renee. Andrea Renee is absolutely stunning. She puts out all the newness, all the videos, and she recently featured me in, not featured me, but mentioned me in one of her videos with the Chanel loose powder that I absolutely adore. So she tried it out herself and she actually really likes it as well. So I really appreciate you acknowledging that and just showing love through commenting on my videos and everything. And I really appreciate you and Tiff. And without further ado, you guys, let's go ahead and jump into my Shop My Stash for the month of March. Okay, dolls, let's go ahead and jump into what's in our Shop My Stash for the month of, for what's really through February and through the entire month of March. So first up, I have here in this first little cubby, well, actually in the first cubby, there's just a whole bunch of junk, so disregard that. The first cubby that actually matters is gonna hold my bronzers and my finishing powder of choice for the month of March. First up being the Sculpting Bronzer. I featured this on my channel a couple of times already. This one is the Sunset Bronzer. They're in here because I'm continuing to test these out, and so far I really have been enjoying them. So let's just say that. And this is my Mercier Candle Glow powder. This was next up, we have a lot of blushes. Of course, you guys know that I keep my Tom Ford's blushes in here. First, I want to go ahead and show you guys some of the newest blushes that I have in my collection that I have yet to try. First being the e.l.f. blush in Luminous Bronze. And then the second one is Glowy Rose. And this is what they both look like. This is one that I picked up, I think it was either end of December, beginning of January, by Pretty Vulgar. I am thoroughly impressed. This one is a pretty kind of dusty, rosy mauve type of color. I already know how I feel about this one. It is absolutely beautiful. This one is absolutely beautiful. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it does have a hairline fracture in it, and I was pretty disappointed about that, but the color is absolutely stunning. This is the best blush that Pretty Vulgar has for women of color. If you are looking for a good middle of the line as far as price is concerned, it is $26 blush. This one is a beautiful formula and also a beautiful color. I highly recommend it. Okay, so you guys already know what these Tom Ford these Tom Ford blushes look like because I've mentioned them on my channel already. But we will go ahead and show you them again. These will always stay in my drawer because they cost too much not to. Okay, well, I'm just gonna be real. This is Gratuitous and this is Ravish. This is like a peachy terracotta. This is a absolutely beautiful cool tone mauve purplish color. Both are truly stunning. Yeah, so those are my blushes for the next month that I will be pulling from and only pulling from. The next one and only highlighter that I'm going to be pulling from throughout the month of March, unless I'm doing some kind of special look or something like that, would be this bad boy. This is the Black Up Jenny Jenkins collaboration highlighter palette, and this is the shade 02. There was two, a shade 01 and shade 02 for a deeper. The other one was like for medium to dark skin tone. This is medium to deep skin tones. Absolutely love. Next we have the YSL Souffle Eclat loose powder in the shade 03. You guys have heard me talk about this powder several times. It was featured in my Best in Beauty for 2018 as well. I do use this powder for setting the under eye only. I do feel like this is an amazing powder for mature skin as well as people that have dry under eyes. This is a absolutely beautiful powder. The shade 03 has becoming a rarity these days, so if you can find it, I suggest that you pick it up. So we will be hitting the drugstore this month. I've actually been really into some drugstore products, the first of which being the Maybelline Fit Me loose finishing powder. This is the shade 30. I do use this one for a I'll show you the color, to set my entire face. I feel like this is a great color, almost perfect color. It could be a little bit lighter, but this is a great color for setting all over my face. And I pair this with my drugstore foundations that I have been trying here recently. So last for my loose powders are my Chanel loose powders. These are the two shades that I have. Lately, I've been using the 40 to set my face, 30 natural to set up under the eyes, but I really haven't been using it recently. But these pretty much stay in this drawer and probably will always stay in this drawer unless I'm testing out a new loose powder. These are my holy grail all over face setting powders, the Chanel. I discovered them in 2018 and I absolutely adore them. If you have not, you might want to check them out. Next up, we have the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. I have been testing this out for the past couple of weeks, and I will be doing a thorough wear test review and all of those things coming up. I do have two shades because I do not have a perfect shade in this foundation. I did pick them up at Ulta for $14.99, but I do have the shades 510 and 515. And so far, I can tell you that I am impressed. You guys already know me. You know how I am. And so with the drugstore foundation, I'm definitely impressed. All right, the next foundation is new from Chanel. I recently picked this one up and we'll be doing a wear test review and all of those things in March. Chanel is replacing their other Longwear foundation in their collection. This one is the All Day Comfort Flawless Finish Foundation. I do have the wrong shade, which is BR102, but I believe that I need BD102. This is very gorgeous packaging, which is to be expected from Chanel. You get 1 fluid ounce, and if you guys want to hear my thoughts, please subscribe to my channel if you are not already, and stay tuned for the full review because you know it's coming. So the next thing that we have here is one that I have really been feeling lately, and you guys know because I've been talking about it on my channel already. And that is the Mercier Flawless Luminere Radiance Perfecting Foundation. And this one is in the color 4C1 Praline. I have thoroughly been enjoying it. This is $48. I will continue to wear it and test it with different primers and things of that nature. It's beautiful packaging, beautiful foundation. I did decide to go ahead and buy. So hence the reason why it is featured in my March Shop My Stash. And this is the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. Just want to mention that because of one of the concealers that I'm going to be testing out. I have been using this, plus my skin has been dry and flaky. And I'm also going to pull out my MAC Painterly Paint Pot. When is the last time you have seen me using this? It is pretty much completely full. It has been a complete waste of money in my collection because I bought this one and another one and I just don't use it. And I use it today to do my makeup that I have on right now, and I still love it. So a few other things that are in this drawer that always kind of stay in this drawer are my Benefit 24-hour brow setter, love, my Lancome Sills Booster eyelash primer, and my Benefit Precisely My Brow pencil. These are staples. They always stay in here because I always use them, along with my Duo lash glue, along with my MAC Prep and Prime lip, my Charlotte Tilbury Foxy Brown that's featured in my lip combo of the month, my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer, the original and the anti-aging version. All right, a few new things that I featured in my January haul that I'm going to be putting good use to. Obviously, you guys can see that I am trying some drugstore things, and Essence has been at the highlight of all of that. These are the Essence Extreme Lasting Pencils. I have them in a few different shades that I'm going to be testing out. And this is the Essence Super Last Matte Black Eyeliner that I'm going to be testing out as well. And I'm super excited for it. So for concealers, I have 3 different concealers that I'm going to be testing out throughout March. First up is one that's brand new on the scene, and that is the Armani Power Fabric Stretchable something concealer. I have the shade 8.75, full review, tutorial, all of those things coming soon. I am going to continue to decide on whether or not I like this concealer or not. Is the All Hours Concealer by YSL. I have been using it in conjunction with the powder from YSL, so I will make my final decision on what I think about this one come end of March. And I do have the shade 5.25 Praline. And last but not least is going to be a drugstore concealer, and to pair up with the foundation is the Infallible Full Wear Concealer. I do have 2 shades because it was hard selecting this one online. I have the shades 415 and 405. Now, what you need to be aware of with this concealer is it does dry down a shade darker, so just keep that in mind. The next thing that I have here are all of my Pat McGrath lip glosses. They stay in here always. And this is my Too Faced glitter glue, again, because I always use this stuff, so I keep it in here. Now let's go ahead and go over here to finish this Shop My Stash up with the primers that, number 1, stay in here, and then also the ones that I am sifting through here to replace some other things that I had. First is my YSL Touche Eclat Blur Primer. Love this stuff. Got this from Point Perks from Sephora. And next is my Smashbox Primer Water. I have really been enjoying the Smashbox primers. I picked this up in a holiday gift set that I did share with you guys in a haul. So this is the primer water. You can see that it's almost gone. By the end of March, I would imagine it will be. In addition to the Smashbox Primerizer, which I absolutely love because my skin is combination dry in the wintertime, and I can't rave about this Primerizer, primer, moisturizer in one enough. Love this stuff. And don't love, but I do like on my pores the Photo Finish Original Formula by Smashbox. So we're going to be using those in the month of March. But the 2 that stay in the drawer is my Mineral Veil Primer from Hourglass and my Hangover RX 3-in-1. You guys might not know that I have been loving this because I haven't talked very much about it, but we are now. These 2 will pretty much stay in here, either this or my other Hangover RX. You guys know that I like that one too. So I have been enjoying that. Those are going to be my core, and these are going to be ones that I rotate in as needed. Last but not least are my eyeshadow palettes that I'm going to be using for the month of March. First up, Project Pan is going to be Modern Renaissance. You guys all know what it looks like. It's a very beautiful palette. It's basically a cult classic at this point. Rotating an oldie but a goodie. I don't use this one very much, but it's actually a very beautiful eyeshadow palette. This is the Lorac Pro. Which one? Lorac Pro 2. I've had this in my collection for quite some time, but I don't really use it. But we're going to start. So, and last but not least, it's going to be my Pat McGrath Mothership Bronze Ambition palette. I absolutely love this palette. You guys already know. So, that is pretty much going to wrap it up for what's going to be in my Shop My Stash for the month of March. I hope that you guys seen things that you might be interested in picking up for yourself or interested in me talking about in general, in addition to products that spark your curiosity. If you see anything that you have not seen me really talk about that you want me to talk about, leave that down below. Leave any other general comments or well wishes down below in the comments section, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.